What Western movie is your favorite? The Outlaw Josie Wales. Unforgiven is my personal favorite. A more modern Western that's quite good is True Grit by the Coen brothers. The original Magnificent Seven. Even though it's an Americanized version of the movie The Seven Samurai, it's still pretty good. Tombstone! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Hell or High Water. A first full of dollars and for a few dollars more. High Plains Drifter. Silverado. Awesome cast. Favorite quote. Today my jurisdiction ends here. Quote. Lonesome Dove. Not really a movie but was a mini-series, but you can still rent it. I bought it for around $5. Though. Edit. Honorable mention goes to Silverado. Once Upon a Time in the West. Edit. Just the music score alone makes this film an absolute classic. Rango. The Cowboys. The Quick and the Dead. 1995. Is one of my all-time favorites. It stars Sharon Stone, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Gene Hackman. It's got an interesting story and is easily rewatchable. More recently, there's one on Netflix called In a Valky of Violence, starring Ethan Hawke, John Travolta, Taissa Farmiga, James Ransone, and Karen Gillan. The music paired with the cinematography is awesome. And like others have already said, Unforgiven is great. And so is True Grit. Both the original and the remake. Shane. 1953. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Blazing Saddles. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It's probably not a traditional Western, since it lacks a lot of the tropes. But it's a great film. Young Guns. Unforgiven or Tombstone. Not very well known it seems, but Appaloosa is really good. The Searchers. Two Mules for Sister Sarah. They Call Me Trinity can't get enough of Terence Hill and Bud Spencer. Pale Rider. Blazing Saddles or Support Your Local Sheriff. High Noon. Dances with Wolves. I'll Be Your Huckleberry. Tough choice. How about a top 3? In no particular order. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. The Cowboys. The Man from Snowy River. Quigley Down Under. 310 to Yuma 2007 and Django is my favorite Western. Jeremiah Johnson. Tombstone. Val Kilmer's performance is as good as it gets. No Country for Old Men. True Grit. The Jeff Bridges version. Currently, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. My favorite chapter being, All Gold Canyon. Tombstone. The Magnificent Seven. Both the original with Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen and the remake with Ethan Hawke and Denzel. Stagecoach. Tombstone. 1. Unforgiven 2. Open Range 3. Pale Rider. Tombstone. Apple Dumpling Gang. The Searchers. Such an artistic accomplishment. Tombstone. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Where are my Jimmy Stewart fans? Tombstone. The Wild Bunch. Tombstone. My Name is Nobody. I don't have a favorite. I have favorites in each era. I'm not a fan of pre-1950s westerns. The 1950s, 1960s. Rio Bravo. El Dorado. Arguably the same film. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. McClintock. Big Jake. The 1970s. The Shootist. True Grit. Two Mules for Sister Sarah. The Outlaw Josie Wales. The 1980s. Silverado. The Shadow Riders. The 1990s. Quigley Down Under. Tombstone. Unforgiven. Modern. Modern and Modern Era. Modern Western. Hateful Eight. Django Unchained, True Grit, 3:10 to Yuma, Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Modern Era, Sicario, Wind River, Hell or High Water, Lone Wolf McQuade, No Country for Old Men, Blazing Saddles, Rio Bravo, Blazing Saddles, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. One of my favorite soundtracks too. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Back to the Future Part 3, Grimace, Django Unchained, 2012, The Long Riders, the one with the horses, Blazing Saddles, The Hateful Eight, High Plains Drifter is a great one. A Few Dollars More is great too. The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, an absolutely phenomenal movie. Ham GM High or anything else made by Clint Eastwood. Silverado, Once Upon a Time, Dead Man, Rio Bravo, different eras, different styles, all so good. Unforgiven and Lonesome Dove are my favorites. Also love The Missouri Breaks and McCabe and Miss Miller. Blazing Saddles, Wagons East, and City Slickers. Blazing Saddles. It's a tie between Blazing Saddles and Back to the Future Part 3. A bunch of really good westerns listed here, especially everything by the master Sergio Leone. But I gotta throw High Noon into the mix. It is a masterpiece of filmmaking, and the way it builds tension is fantastic. And in turn, spaghetti westerns were the blueprint for the Japanese Chanbara flicks that built the language of modern action films.